All right, now let's send it back up to Jenna.
Thanks so much, Eamon. Last year, the Notre Dame Alumni Association held its inaugural Global Day of Service, an event that saw the participation of, listen to these numbers, 3,500 volunteers in 167 service projects across 45 states and 26 countries. Joining us now is the woman who helped launch this event, the executive director of the Notre Dame Alumni Association and associate vice president for university relations. That is Dolly Duffy. I'm so glad to talk to you today, Dolly. Welcome.
Jenna, it's so great to be here with you.
Oh my goodness, those numbers. Let's just reflect on those for a minute. How impressive. And I mean, service is just interwoven into the daily culture here at the university. But when you pack it all into one day, that really says impact, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. I mean, it's so much a part of the Notre Dame ethos, right? It starts even before they get to Notre Dame as students, and then ultimately our clubs all over the world, our Notre Dame clubs, are so amazing. Alumni, parents, and friends who all band together, and we do service all the time. But this one day, when you roll it all up, like you said, the impact of it.
So let's get back to just what is Global Day of Service, because it is so new. There may be many alumni out there who maybe haven't heard of it yet. So just what's the idea?
The Global Day of Service is an opportunity for not just our clubs, but anyone. As a matter of fact, this year we have 20 independent projects. What does that mean? It means somebody who might just do something with their family on this day to be part of what's going on. There are 20 of those in addition to all of the other numbers. And it is a chance to send a message about Notre Dame being a force for good. And we can do these projects all year long, but when we do it all on the same day, the impact of that and the fact that people can do it whatever they feel is the greatest need in their community.
That's beautiful. What sparked this idea for you initially, Dolly?
I would say that in conversations, certainly anytime we have feedback from our alumni, they talk about how important this is. Our young alumni, we did a Young Alumni Day of Service that preceded this, and our young alumni say this is what really matters. We want to give back. We want to do service. This is how we can gather as a group. And so the whole Notre Dame family gets to do it.
And don't you think there are some people out there, too, that they want to serve, they want to give to their community, but they're just not sure how to start that? And so connect it to something that they already love. Well, now you have the charge.
It's
right?
exactly right. And we've also added something called Blessings in a Backpack. One of our alums has this charity where people can just, they put them together for students, young boys and girls who don't have anything to eat when they go home on the weekends or during their vacations. So they put it together, and then our alums, as part of this, to make it really simple, just write notes of encouragement to all of these boys and girls.
Let's talk about last year. What were your key takeaways from that inaugural Global Day of Service?
First of all, we were amazed at how quickly this caught on. First time ever, and we had 40-some states that participated, people in countries all over the world who said, I want to be part of this. And not only that, once it was all done, it was clear that there was a demand to do this again.
And so what are you looking forward to this year? Or what excites you now that you have one under your belt?
Well, I'm excited. I did a project locally here, and this time I'm going to go to New York, and I'm going to do a project with the Notre Dame Club of New York and finish the day with the Notre Dame Club of Staten Island.
Oh, great. And do you know what your service what will you be doing?
They'll
tell you when you get there.
Yeah, well, the Notre Dame Club of Staten Island has a real great focus on food collection, stocking pantries. We'll work on that. And then also we're going to do a cleanup project in New York.
Do you see this project, this day, growing even beyond what you've been able to grow it to in 2 years?
I do, because I think there's so many examples on how you can do it and what can be done. And like you said, sometimes people just don't even know how to start. And this is an example of how that can be. And our hope will be that it grows beyond us and that other institutions, other organizations say, if they can do it, we can do it.
That's a model. That's right. So if you're listening, we want to make sure, if you're watching, we want to make sure you know how to get involved. So how can people get involved? And it's coming up this weekend.
It is coming up this weekend. And so you can go to the Global Day, I want to make sure I get it right, globaldayofservice.nd.edu, and there's a map that shows all of the service projects. You can click on that and find out how to get involved. If you're, even whether locally or whether you can go somewhere else and do it, like I'm going to be in New York, or if you just happen to be visiting somewhere this weekend and you think, I want to do that, you can spend a couple hours giving back.
Your team really does make it easy to get
Thank
connected,
you.
so don't be intimidated by that. I remember seeing the pictures and the video coming in from the service day last year. You want people to capture these moments because your camera crews can't be everywhere.
Exactly. It's so important that we capture them and that we share them broadly, not just right here at the university, but broadly among all of the Notre Dame family. And so they can share their photos on social media by using this hashtag, hashtag ND Global Day of Service, and they can also tag the Alumni Association on our handles.
Very good. Hashtag Alumni Global Day of Service. Anything else coming up that's exciting, Dolly, that you want to share with us?
Well, I just want to say we have 5 states that have not yet put and there's enough time, you can still do it. Arkansas, Nebraska, New Mexico, Vermont, and Wyoming. If you're listening, it's not too late. And Nebraska. This is Father John's home state.
This is where I was born and raised, too.
You were born in Nebraska.
Okay, Omaha, come on.
We need
for
you.
Father John.
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, best of luck. I'm not going to say luck because you don't need it. It's going to be a wonderful event, Dolly, and I'm just so glad we got to hear about it
Thank you.
before you go out and do great things.
Thanks for the opportunity to talk about it.
Thank you.